This is your handover video on the Swift Challenger SE. So it starts off at the front, got your alcohol hitch and stabiliser. Obviously for the tow ball to be able to go in, you have to lift the handle up. Tow ball slots in, stabiliser slots down, locks the tow ball into place. Obviously you get a green indicator, just like so, to show that it's slotted correctly. To release, stabiliser up, handle up, tow ball comes out. You have your jockey wheel, handbrake, and obviously your gas locker with 2 spaces for 2 6kg or butane gas bottles. Also fitted you have a bulkhead regulator. And then we have your 13-pin plug which goes into your car, which does your lights, and 12 volt to the fridge if your car is wired up correctly. And your Alco 80 should be flashing or solid green. As you can see, the lights working down the side, up like so, and obviously this side. Here we have your main water inlet, which slots into your aqua roll, which then lifts the trigger up and push into the inlet. We have your battery locker, where your 230 mains inlet, battery compartment, obviously where you've got a battery tray and a strap to put your battery in and secure it nicely, and obviously your power touch isolation key. You have 2 waste outlets, and then we have your toilet cassette where you fill up empty, and your filler point where you fill up the toilet to flush with toilet chemical and water. And you can see the lights working as well, like so, and 2 number plate lights there. Now inside the caravan. Inside the van, above the door, you have your main control panel, where you click the power button like so. Obviously you've got view levels, which shows you the level of your battery or when connected to the car. This here shows your caravan obviously gets connected to mains, and obviously when connected to the car will indicate green. Before you press the water pump button, which is there, you want to make sure that your isolation switch there is in the down horizontal position. Then you click your pump, that's turn the pump on, and obviously what you do is just obviously drain all the air out of the system by going hot to cold, just to get all the air out of the system. In the kitchen tap, bathroom tap, and the shower. Once done with that, the pump will be calibrated and will turn on and off when using and not using the toilet pump, the water pump, sorry. Down here you have a switch for your awning light. As you can see, the awning light is working. Down here as well, we have your shutdown button, which basically, when you're finished using the van, you press the shutdown button, that turns all the power off in the van. And obviously then when you come to use it again, just press it to obviously get power back into the van. If it is turned off and obviously nothing's working, it just means it needs turning back on, and you'll obviously get power into the van. Here we have your charger, so obviously when it connects to mains, you can turn your charger on and off, indicates green for on. Heating and hot water, your heating and hot water will not work on electric if that is not turned on. Your 12 volt fuses, and obviously what they do, and then we have your main RCD and 3 MCBs. Obviously I recommend every time you connect to a power source, just press the test button just to make sure your RCD trips safely. Obviously if you do choose to use it on electric, or your heating, on the side here you have to add your panel. So you turn on the power, obviously it shows you your mains plugged in, your temperature, and obviously that is circulating around the van. Then press menu, your internal temperature, water on hot or boost, and you've got an option for 1 to 3 kilowatt or gas on and off. And obviously, like I said, the electric will only work if that switch is turned on. To turn off, just press button and it turns off nicely. Fridge, domestic fridge, so to turn on, hold the power button like so. You have 3 settings. You have mains, so obviously one connected to mains, your fridge will connect to the fridge. Your fridge will connect to the mains. When gas, obviously it will start ticking, obviously trying to ignite. When it's ignite, all this will stay blue. If any of it fails, it will go like so. On gas, you can click that, and obviously on the main setting to try and obviously reset it to try and give it a go again. Battery obviously is flashing now because obviously we have no car connected to the van, and obviously it only works when connected to the car if your car is actually wired up correctly. And it only maintains the temperature already in the fridge. To turn off, just hold the button like so, and that turns off the fridge. Here we have your Thetford oven. You have 3 gas hobs, an electric burner, your grill, and your oven. Obviously self-explanatory. Obviously your electric hob, you've got 1 to 6, so obviously whatever setting you want it on, obviously just make sure it is turned off before you close the lid. And obviously with the gas side, just hold on where you want it while pressing the igniter on obviously the grill and the oven. As you can see, hobs are working, grill is working like so, and the oven. And to turn off, just turn back to clockwise like so, to turn it all off. In the bathroom we have your Thetford toilet. Obviously this has an electrical flush in it, so obviously when you're ready to flush you just press the button like so. That obviously sends the fluid down there, obviously to wash away all the stuff, and then you use this here to open the flap and close. The toilet cassette will only come out when the flap is closed. Obviously also fitted on the van you have a sergeant alarm, so to activate it you hold it till it beeps. 2 is for off, 1 is for on, and back off again. You have 2 handsets like so. And obviously before we demonstrate the power touch mover you have fitted to the van, you have your warranty cover sheet in here. Obviously it just tells you what we do cover, and obviously highlighted in orange what we don't. And then winterization, obviously how to correctly winterize your van for the winter, just to stop any frost damage to the van. Also fitted to the van, you have a power touch motor mover. So first of all, you want to get your handle, and put it onto the mover, and obviously engage it to the wheel. You hear a clunk, which will then engage both sides. Then you can release your handbrake. Then grab your isolation key. Put it into the slot up here like so. Push it in. Turn it clockwise. Then you turn your handset on by pressing the 2 green buttons. And then obviously where you want the van to go, using the control handset, the van will go. When you're finishing, always apply the handbrake first. Then turn off the 2 green buttons on the handset like so. Turn off the power touch isolation key. And then let's engage the motor from the wheel. So